Dear friends, students, I just want you to know how sorry I am that the recent events that have occurred in our world have caused our university to take steps that 3, even 4 weeks ago I could not possibly have imagined and certainly would not have wanted. But the COVID-19 outbreak and what has happened in the world around us is not something from which we're isolated. And we find ourselves now dealing with it in a way that, while we couldn't foresee, we have to do so responsibly. And we want to do that because we care about you. We want to take care of our students on the campus. And from all we understand about this outbreak, one of the best ways to do that is not to get all of you together, as much as we always love that, but instead to disseminate you around, let you go to your homes or wherever you disperse, and to free things up on the campus for a while, and hopefully things will then get better. But really, when this started for us, we had a plan, and we felt good about it because it was mission-centered. Southern Adventist University sends out more student missionaries than any other single school, at least that I know of. It's central to who and what we are. It defines us. It's a core value. And so we planned 9 student mission trips for this spring break. And while not all of them were going to go for different reasons, we still planned for at least 6 of them to go until things changed. We were using Center for Disease Control guidelines, and those guidelines told us which countries or areas of travel we ought to pay attention to and which should be okay. We paid attention to which airports we would be going through during these trips to make sure they would be okay. And we felt like we could take a strong stance for mission, do some great stuff this spring break, and God would protect and bless. That was our plan. We also had a plan that 2 weeks after students returned from spring break, we wouldn't allow for that time large gatherings of people, but it would allow us to reevaluate what we needed to do, what was happening with the virus in the world, what should our institutional response be. And so we planned to do that. But then this thing was classified as a pandemic. And once it became a pandemic, we had to make some decisions, and we had to make them quickly because spring break was starting and communication had to happen right away in ways that if we had more time, we would have felt a lot better about. So we had to let our students know that we were going to ask students to vacate the campus for the remainder of the semester. We had to let them know that they needed to get their things and get them out of the dorms. We had to let our faculty know and our students know that following 1 week beyond the spring break calendar period, then students would again start taking classes, but they would be online classes. And faculty would have to adjust their techniques to use that delivery mode. So we have made some big decisions, and we've had to do so far more quickly than we wish. But there's something I hope you understand. If you study what has happened with the COVID-19 virus in the world and all that it's created, the countries that have been the most proactive are the countries that have most minimized both the spread of the disease and the impact of the disease, whether it's been financial or otherwise. The countries that took it the most seriously early on have fared the best. And as an institution, we want to be like that, along with many other organizations like ourselves. We want to be proactive. We want to hit this thing head on, do the hard thing, and then regroup and get back together in a normal way as soon as possible. That's what we hope for. The response to this situation is unprecedented. The National Basketball Association has stopped all games. The National Hockey League has stopped all games. The NCAA tournament is jeopardized, especially for fans attending. There are entire states that are not allowing assemblies of greater than 250, including large states like New York State or California. Entire school systems have been shut down. In fact, in some states, I believe, like Ohio, all the school systems have been shut down. That's happening in countries abroad as well. What we are doing in this case is not, unfortunately, unusual as far as how institutions are responding. Most of the colleges and universities in Tennessee are doing what we have decided to do. Most of the Adventist colleges and universities are doing much the same as well. What I want you to know is that what we are doing, as drastic as it may seem right now, is designed to try to help us get back together again and resume normal life on this campus as soon as we can. We need to remember that we serve a God who is far greater than any virus or any effect like that. Our God knows everything. He's omniscient. He's all powerful. He's all loving and forgiving. He gives us hope. He gives us grace. And if we keep our eyes fixed on him instead of a virus, we're going to be served much better. And I trust we're going to be back together again soon. I want to encourage those of you who are students to stay the course, finish your work, finish it up, get that degree, have a good ending to your school year. It will be harder. You'll have to self-discipline yourself and apply yourself, but you can do this. I want to encourage those of you who are parents to be as flexible and adaptable as you can. This is not the script we would have written for ourselves, but it's the one we are living. And I want to encourage all of you to do what we have done in making these decisions, what we did at the beginning of this school year, and what we will keep doing. And that is praying to a God who knows the beginning from the end and who knows what is best. And as we trust in him, will lead us to that beautiful place. May each of you be successful in your own way and keep this special place in your prayers and keep praying, and we will keep praying, and our prayers coupled with our God who's amazing will see us through until we're back together again in the way we all want to be. May God bless you.